Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your SmackDown spoilers along with your WWE main event results and also birthdays as well as some other news. Well, there apparently was a found script from Raw around the arena, and I'll post a picture of it at the end of the video. And there were no pre-show or post-show dark matches. After Raw went off the air, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Chris Jericho just made their regular rounds at ringside, shook hands with the fans and signed autographs while their theme music rotated around. Triple H, Seth Rollins, John Cena, and Chris Jericho, Dolph Ziggler, Sheamus, Roman Reigns, Rusev, and Jack Swagger got the biggest reactions. It was a hot crowd and nothing was tarped off outside the hard camera area. The Des Moines, Iowa fans usually toe the company line in reacting to faces and heels, and this was no exception. Happy birthday goes to TJ Perkins, also known as Manic, from TNA. He turned 30 years old. Brutal Bob turned 42 years old. Xavier Woods turned 28, while former diva Karma turned 37 and Jerry Jarrett turned 72. Broadcasting Cable has an interesting article at a link with WWE production at their studios in Stamford, Connecticut, and recently upgraded their post-production facilities with a solid-state Logic C10 HD compact broadcast console and Audio 5 studio to support foreign language broadcast. Also, happy birthday goes to one-time ECW and WCW US Tag Team Champion Tracy Smothers, turned 52. And one-time NWA Tag Team Champion Joe E. Legend turned 45. In a memoriam on this day in history of the 1985 Wrestling World lost NWA Tag Team partner Jay Youngblood at the age of 30. Youngblood made his wrestling debut in 1975 competing in Amarillo as the Silver Streak. He later moved to the Pacific region where he adopted the Jay Youngblood gimmick. I have even seen him wrestle myself. Pretty darn good. And will go on to find his greatest success. He also competed for JCP, where he formed a renowned tag team with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. In 1982, the accumulation of a feud pitting the duo against Boris Zukov and Don Kernodle drew 15,000 fans to Greensboro, North Carolina. As Youngblood would also find success in Florida, Canada, Mexico, and Western states before he died suddenly whilst on tour in Australia. As far as I'm aware, the official cause of the death has never been made public, but it has long been said that he suffered a ruptured spleen during a match which caused a series of fatal heart attacks. Former WWE diva and TNA knockout Mickie James is due to give birth this month, sometime in September. If not, wonder if it'll be October 1st, which is my birthday. Just a coincidence. Regarding The Rock playing Black Adam in DC Comics Shazam movie, he will also be serving as the producer for the film. Former WWE superstar Tyler Rex also is in a new film, as he's casted for a role in an upcoming short film called Minutes After Midnight. The movie will be subtitled to Sundance for viewing there on that channel. Tyler plays a ruthless bounty hunter named Tegan. More details on the movie are available at squirrelfilms.com. A leak, I've already said that, of the leaked script from Monday's Raw in Des Moines, Iowa surfaced online. The episode titled Iowa Raucous. And you see the full script at the end of the video. Well, you'll see the front page of it at least. It appears everything that we saw on TV was how it was scripted. The biggest moment that appeared not to be in the script was when John Cena gave the Attitude Adjustment to Seth Rollins on the top of the announcer's table at the end of the show. That moment was not on the script, but the stare down with Triple H was. The man from Italy in the Bo Dallas segment on Raw stage this week was WWE social media worker Nikki Sampagna. The fourth season of WWE Total Divas, which is expected will likely feature the wedding of Cameron and Vinny. WWE's Vice President of Venue, Merchandising and Operations, Alan Rebhun, was let go several months ago, right after WrestleMania 30. Well, I wonder if he was involved in this money missing thing. Redbone was released after he hired a vending company which went bankrupt twice to handle the concessions at WrestleMania 30 weekend. The concessions were poorly staffed and disorganized. To top it off, there was a large sum of money missing at the end of the weekend. Reb Hunt did bring some positive to the company as he was previously responsible for raising the price of t-shirts at events from $25 to $30, which helped boost WWE's per cap merchandise numbers. Those numbers have fallen since he left. He also came up with several cost-cutting measures, such as having crews travel with the load of merchandise on the weekends and not doing drop shipping for every show. WWE has now gone back to drop shipping for every event. WWE's daily expenses for drop shipping were said to be a ridiculous amount that could have been eliminated. And that source came from Wrestling Observer newsletter. Triple H was on a guest host on Talk is Jericho and revealed that instead of Hunter Hearst Helmsley, WWE did want him to go under the name of Reginald DuPont Helmsley. As I've already posted on Facebook, in my first ever If You Didn't Know segment. Well, Kevin Malloy, and this one is the man who played Richie during the Bo Dallas segment, was on Raw is Mark Brave, the head trainer of Seth Rollins' Black and Brave Wrestling School. He was also Rollins' frequent tag partner on the indie circuit before a neck injury sidelined him for a while. And also, as I said on last night on the website, the person who played Miz's makeup artist during his tag team match Monday's Raw was an independent female wrestler, Sarah Crazy Mary Dobson Bridges. There haven't been any complaints coming out of the WWE over WrestleMania 30 playoffs. It was expected that with the WWE Network launching, WrestleMania bonuses would be drastically reduced. Steve Austin, The Rock, and Hulk Hogan were paid a flat fee for their segment at WrestleMania 30 instead of the usual deal top stars get based on percentage. And this was done because they weren't pushed ahead of time and did not work a match. Former NFL star Sean Merriman had begun training to be a wrestler and an announcer, reportedly signing a deal with WWE around WrestleMania time. Well, Merriman is no longer under contract and has no affiliation with WWE. Even one of the Divas just recently visited him over the weekend. And that source also came from Wrestling Observer newsletter. Former WWE star Evan Bourne and his brother Mike Seidel have both turned down deals for the new El Rey Network Lucha Underground series that AAA is involved with. We noted before that Young Bucks and Frankie Kazarian also turned down deals. Many wrestlers are hesitant to sign with the series due to the terms of the deal and the discrepancy in pay being offered to various talents. Former WWE Tough Enough participant Martin Casals has signed for the series. Former WWE creative writer Chris Big Dick Johnson, Dude Joseph, will be working on production for that series. Indie stars Ricky Reyes and B-Boy have also signed on for the project. El Rey previously announced that Luchadors Phoenix, Pentagon Jr., Sexy Star, Drago, and Blue Demon Jr. also have signed. Other names confirmed who have been offered deals included John Morrison, Conan, Hernandez, Ricochet, Joey Ryan, Candice LeRae, Rocky Romero, Scorpio Sky, Matt Cadal Cross, and Ivelisse Velez. As noted, Chavo Guerrero was also offered a deal and is expected to wrestle as well as work backstage. Tapings begin this weekend, so El Rey was trying to get a majority of deals signed yesterday. And that source goes to PW Insider. Rosa Mendez recently talked to that wrestling show on Sports Town Chicago, and she talked about a number of topics, including returning to WWE after an 18-month absence, Total Divas, and more. Mendez says she is honest and doesn't hold back. and she likes who she is, and the fans will see some fireworks this season on Total Divas. Also talks about walking around naked. Gotta see episodes, huh? She also talks about the situation between the Bella twins right now, and plays the word association game talking about the other WWE Divas. You can listen to the complete interview at this site right here, and also there is a video that was posted at that link that I'll be posting of what happened at the WWE main event. Because it plays for like 10 seconds and then replays and replays and replays, each with a different stoppage. So whoever did this video didn't stop it at the exact same time every time, and it showed a little bit more than it what should have been on TV, because PG era. Well, then to it is online. Well, that's about it on that, and I'll post a picture of that at the end of this video. The Rock confirmed on Twitter today that he will be playing Black Adam in the upcoming DC Comics movie for Shazam, as well as being the producer. As he tweeted, "Kneel at his feet or get crushed by his boot. My honor to become hashtag Black Adam, hashtag the anti-hero, hashtag DC Comics. Chris Jericho added to WWE production truck." And I will add that picture to the end of the video as well. He noted that the following on Instagram and included the caption below that is on the, I think it was on the picture. "Then, now, forever. Glad to be a part of history of this great company. Such an honor to be included on the side of this production truck with two of my all-time favorite rivals, at The Rock and at Shawn Michaels, along with his Hall of Famers Lita, the Sergeant Slaughter, and Brock Lesnar." WWE Diva Veronica Lane, real name Erica Hammond, has left the company. She was signed back in the spring of 2013 and has done mostly backstage interviews and ring announcing at NXT. She recently recovered from a leg injury. She tweeted on the following: Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." And I'll post a picture of that right here. At Twitter.com. It'll be a link to the picture. And Veronica Lane, you can follow her on Twitter at Veronica Lane WWE. There was talk at one point to put Nikki Bella and Seth Rollins together, but it was nixed due to the feeling that fans wouldn't buy it because of Nikki's relationship with John Cena. That is heavily featured on Total Divas. In this video, Marcus Lewis and Sylvester Lefort comment on Lefort's hair versus hair match against Enzo Amore at WWE NXT TakeOver 2. WWE has removed all references to Michael Sam's Raw invitation from their website and YouTube channel. If you didn't know, from Monday Night Raw, they invited him to the following Monday Night Raw, or feature Monday Night Raw. Well, it's been removed. Triple H reportedly hated Solomon Crow's hacker gimmick in NXT, and that has been now dropped. The former Sami Callihan has also turned face, as noted last week, teamed with Kalisto in an NXT live event. And now for your WWE main event, September 12, 2014, reported by Mike Killam for WrestleZone.com. Damian Miz now starts off the show in the ring on the set of Miz TV. He says Miz is in Los Angeles on the set for Fast and Furious, but has prepared a monologue from Christmas Bounty. He starts to talk about the meaning of Christmas, but Dolph Ziggler interrupts him. Sandow rolls footage of the match on Raw last night. They do some awkward banter and go back and forth, saying, "Really?" Until Damian cuts him off. He calls himself a performance artist and reveals his plan to take the Intercontinental Championship from The Miz. Dolph calls Miz a pseudo-celebrity that pretends to be a movie star, pretending to be a wrestler, and tells Sandow to go back to being Magneto. And Sandow takes a shot at him, but Ziggler gets the best of the exchange and dumps him out to the floor. So we get the match up next. There's a commercial break. The match was already begun after the break, and Sandow has the champ in a headlock with the crowd chanting, "Let's go Ziggler." Pretty much the whole match is Sandow and rest holds, alternating between different ones. After several minutes of this, Sandow tries for a roll-up with the head full of tights, but Ziggler kicks out and ends up hitting the Famouser for the 2 count. Sandow came back and hits the Miz's backbreaker neckbreaker combo. He tries for the figure 4 leg lock, but Dolph threw him into the turnbuckle and hits the zigzag for the win. We get to watch the whole Divas segment with Stephanie, the Bella Twins, and AJ Lee and Paige over again. They announced Paige versus Brie for this week's SmackDown. They show a premiere clip of Total Divas with Natalya not wanting to work with Rosa Mendez, leading into the next match. Rosa Mendez and Natalya versus Summer Rae and Layla. Wardrobe malfunction warning. Rosa looks up with Summer and ends up kicking her out of the ring. She goes after her and Layla knocks her off the apron. She grabbed her by the trunks and pretty much pulled them off, revealing her ass. So, full moon. The heels work over Rosa a few minutes with alternating tags. Layla does a tarantula in the ropes until the referee makes her break the hold, followed by a missile drop kick. Natalya ends up making a hot tag and suplexing Summer. Snapmare takedown connects, followed by a running knee strike. She looks for a sharpshooter, but Summer slaps her across the face. In comes Layla, and the 2 girls collide. Rosa tags herself in and argues with her partner, then turns into a super kick from Layla for the 1-2-3. Killiam says, well, now we've seen pretty much all of Rosa Mendez except her winning a match. We get to watch the opening segment from Raw from Monday night, and with John Cena, Orton, and the Authority, etc. Next up, we got the Goldust Stardust versus Los Matadors. The Usos were shown watching the match backstage with Jey Uso on a crutch after Monday night's assault. Diego worked over Goldust for several minutes in a wrist lock, but Goldie rolls to the outside to take a breather. Cody comes in to psych him up, but Diego chops him. He keeps working over the wrist shoulder area until Stardust makes a hot tag. Fernando also tags in, and they take it to Cody, but Goldust pulls his brother out of the ring. Los Matadors fly over the ropes to take them both out as we go to commercial. After the break, the Rhodes are in control. Goldust makes fun of them, yelling "Olay" as he beats down one of them around the ring. Stardust attacks from the outside and then makes a quick tag as they double team Diego. Sure, there's some guy in the crowd chanting for Michael Cole. Goldust ends up missing a splash and topples to the floor. Stardust tosses his brother back in the ring and makes the tag, but Fernando makes a hot tag and starts hitting lucha moves on both of them. He hits a stiff lariat on Cody and then tries for a roll-up for a near fall. He comes off the top rope with a senton splash, then drop kicks Goldust off the apron. Rhodes ends up double teaming him and Stardust hits his finisher for the win. After the match, Rhodes attack Los Matadors and throw them from the ring to end the show. Dark match in between the main event and SmackDown tapings in Lincoln, Nebraska saw Adam Rose defeat Titus O'Neil with a quick roll-up. Titus got on the mic and demanded a rematch. Rose came back in the ring and defeated Titus with a party foul again. Rose's bunny came in the ring after the match and humiliated Titus. Very similar to what happened on Monday. WWE has announced that John Cena will be appearing on Friday SmackDown. First report for SmackDown tapings from Lincoln, Nebraska. John Cena opened SmackDown, talked about how everyone should stop doubting him. Cena says he is a fighter and wants to be a champion. The day he doesn't want to be a champion is the day he leaves. Very similar to Raw from this week and last week. Cena wants redemption. He plugs the WWE Network, and out comes Kane with Seth Rollins. Cena tries some comedy. Roman Reigns comes through the crowd. The lights go out, and the Wyatt family appears in the aisle. Chris Jericho's music hits next, and here he comes with Mark Henry and Big Show. Triple H is out next and makes Cena, Reigns, Jericho, Henry, and Show versus Bray, Eric, Luke, Kane, Rollins for the main event of SmackDown. Sheamus is on commentary for Cesaro versus Dolph Ziggler match. Ziggler won a solid match as it went back and forth with a roll-up after a Tiger Bomb reversal into a facebuster. Cesaro attacked Ziggler after the match, but Sheamus made the save. Stardust and Goldust cut a promo on the Usos. Jimmy Uso defeated Heath Slater. Titus O'Neil was at ringside as was Jey Uso, who was on crutches. Lana and Rusev come out for a promo. If you didn't see watch my video from Raw, yes, they are a real-life couple. Mark Henry interrupted and gets the crowd into a patriotic fervor. Brie Bella versus Paige was up next with AJ Lee and Nikki Bella on commentary. AJ and Nikki started fighting. Brie goes to the ringside to stop them. Comes back in the ring and gets DDT'd by Paige. Next match was Bo Dallas squashing Zack Ryder with a Bulldog. Bo cut a promo after the match, but was interrupted by Zeb Coulter and Jack Swagger. And Swagger brawled with Bo and then ran him off. And then your main event was Roman Reigns, John Cena, Chris Jericho, Mark Henry, and Big Show versus the Wyatt family. Kane and Seth Rollins was a long match, but the babyfaces win by disqualification when Cena gets the hot tag and all the heels attack him. Babyfaces hit their finishers and celebrating the reign to end SmackDown. There were huge chants for Cena and Jericho. And I guess that was the result on that one. SmackDown second report. They taped this episode from SmackDown on Tuesday night. Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska. Here are the results. John Cena opened up the show, told everyone to stop doubting him. He says he is a fighter and wants to become champion. The day he doesn't want to be champion is the day he walks away. Cena wants redemption. He plugs the WWE Network, and out comes Kane and Seth Rollins. Cena made some jokes, and Roman Reigns comes to the crowd. Lights go out, and Wyatt appear in the aisle. Jericho's music hits, and here he comes with Mark Henry and Big Show. Triple H was out next. Cena, Reigns, Jericho, Henry and Show versus Bray Wyatt, Jericho and Luke Harper, Kane and Seth Rollins for the main event taping. On SmackDown, Dolph Ziggler then defeated Sheamus with a roll-up after a Tiger Bomb reversal into a facebuster. Cesaro, who was on commentary, attacked Ziggler after the match, but Sheamus made the save. Stardust and Goldust cut a promo on the Usos. Jimmy Uso defeated Heath Slater as Titus was at ringside, as well as Jey Uso, who was on crutches. Lana Rusev cut a promo. Mark Henry interrupted and got a loud USA chant going. Well, don't think that was mentioned in the last one, so that was a little bit different. Paige defeated Brie Bella as AJ and Nikki were on commentary and started fighting during the match. Bo Dallas squashed Zack Ryder and won after hitting a Bulldog. But Bo cut a promo after the match, but was interrupted by Zeb Coulter and Jack Swagger. Swagger brawled with Bo and chased him off. And your main event. Roman Reigns, John Cena, Chris Jericho, Mark Henry, and Big Show defeated the Wyatt family by disqualification, along with Kane and Seth Rollins. When Cena got the hot tag and the heels attacked him, babyfaces hit the finishers to celebrate in the ring to end SmackDown. And there was no dark match from SmackDown results posted anywhere online. So I guess that means that that's the end of my show. And thanks for viewing. Peace out. God bless. See you one while I'll be here. And if you didn't know, you better call me, bro.